Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Charles and this is, Lord, I'm having trouble keeping track of it. I think this is episode 23 of our mission to Mars. So as you can see, our corn is ready and I am harvesting. I just now took over. Megan was in here earlier, and as we're coming up here on the left, you can kind of see around the dome. She has already harvested the corn in that odd-shaped field around the corner here, and done the headland. A couple of passes on the headland here on this field for me. So we are continuing this. All of our cornfields are ready to harvest today since they were all planted at the same time. So we will see. I am currently down to one trailer to cart everything in because if you remember in the last episode I had a bit of an issue with a worker, and a worker knocked over one of my other big trailer and one of my tractors. It was the Massey Ferguson tractor, and so I am awaiting. That has been unfortunately isn't something that could just be the damage on that wasn't something that could just be easily repaired. I'm told that they're close. There was a lot of dents and scratches in the paint and things like that they had to get out. So not only am I having it repaired, I'm having it both of those pieces of equipment repainted as well. So I'm just waiting, hoping it'll come at some point today, the news that I can go and pick those up so I can at least have that second trailer back, or I'm going to be carting everything with this one trailer, which I suppose is doable. But of course, I am trying to turn these fields around. I would like to. I'm going to go ahead and do this field, and then on some of the easier fields, I have to say I've been a little bit hesitant to use workers since that last incident, even though most of them have not given me any problems or anything. So I am probably going to, after I get this field done, I'm probably going to go ahead and hire in some workers to do some of the other easier squared off fields where there aren't so many obstructions. I'm going to try not to leave any tractors and trailers parked near them, because I'm a little gun shy of that now. My apologies for not posting in a while. I have been down with another illness, so it has been a while since I have posted a video. But hopefully I can get that back on track now. Yeah, should just be a few more passes in this field before this is done. So I hope everyone has been doing all right. As you can see, we have another one of those. If you look up at the weather forecast up above, we do have another one of those Martian weather anomalies due today. So I will be trying to fit everything in before that, because I do not film during those. But let's see. I can't remember everything from the last time, but if you'll notice right now also, it is March, so we have moved out of February. I mentioned in the last video that, of course, being February, Valentine's Day was in there. Both of my sons had something planned for their girlfriends on those days. I can let you know right now, son number 2 basically stood outside Megan's school to wait for her again, and when she came out, he was holding a bouquet of flowers and a sign. I guess I can go ahead and tell you the gist of what that said. He said, to my darling Megan, I love you now and always. Please be my Valentine forever. I think, as he told me, that was the first time that either of them had mentioned the L word. Megan responded by running to him and throwing her arms around him and giving him a big kiss right there in front of everyone, all of her schoolmates and everything. So, needless to say, they've been, living in bliss since then, of course. I think, if possible, seeing each other and staying on the phone with each other even more than they did before. So everything is continuing with that. They are officially dating, of course, and I couldn't be happier. I think he definitely could not have asked for a nicer girl. So, as you see, this field here is the one that Megan finished off for me today. I am going to get this one started here, and this is one that I am going to put on a worker, and I will get out. I have our other harvester. As you can see here, our sunflowers are growing nicely. They may even be ready in the next episode or the one after. But I have the other harvester set up for these 2 small fields over here. I normally would have had Megan do these, but she knows that I find it a little bit frustrating to do that odd-shaped field. So she volunteered to do that one for me. What am I doing? I just lowered it. Still recovering from the illness. I'm not quite all together yet. So here we go with this one. Let's see, 8:43. They did say to come by, sometime between 8:45 and 9 this morning over at the shop to check and see if my tractor and trailer were finished, if they were finished with the repair and the repainting on those. So I'm pretty anxious for that. I may get this a little bit taken off the end of this so it doesn't run into the trees or the factory or anything, and I think this field might have to be altered just a little bit, because it's going to be hard to get those up against that tree now that it's grown a little bit. Not that this field puts adds a whole lot to the total anyway, but every little bit wherever I can squeeze it in, I guess. Okay, I've hired a worker for that. I can't take it anymore. I'm going to go over to the shop dome over here and see. As you can see, when we're a little ways away from these trees, they still look. Oop, I'm in the crop. They still look kind of brown like they were during the winter. But as we come to them, you can see they're really starting to fill in with that green a little bit. So spring is on the way here on Mars. This is my sapling trailer that I brought down from upstairs, or up on the top level there anyway. And I'm deciding whether I need to keep this one or not. It may be excess, so I may be getting rid of that. Now, let's see. Yes, they have it all. Oh yeah, the three things, I guess. The weight too. That wasn't really damaged so much, but I went ahead and it was on the tractor, so I went ahead and had them repair that as well. Okay. Oh. Put that on. Yay, I have these back. I see that I am running just a little bit low. Well, not incredibly low on fuel, but you know, about down halfway. So I think I will go ahead and, while I'm thinking of it, because I have a tendency not to, and I look down at the last minute and see that they're in desperate need of fuel. So I'm going to go around here and top this off. Okay, that is done, so I think I'm going to take this. Yeah, I think this small harvester over here, it has so much smaller of a capacity than the big one. It's going to need to be emptied long before the other one is. Yeah, truthfully, what I'd like to be doing with this trailer is going over and transferring some of the pay dirt or some of the stones from the quarry over to the pay dirt production and have that all going. As I said in the last episode, I did. I don't know whether I'm going to regret it or not, but I did set that final part of the gold silverware, gold statues, silverware, and jewelry production. Instead of selling, I set for it to store. Oh, doesn't look like there's too much left on this. Oh, what? Workers. Okay, he's going to come back up here and... Oh, not even going to get that. Okay, so when this worker finishes, I will obviously have to finish off what they missed on this very simple field. I'm not sure why they missed anything here. Oh, this is frustrating. So anyway, yeah, with that production over there, I told you I didn't know. I had set it to selling on the end of that, on that last production, because I didn't know. Oh, I did it again. Now, there we go. I set it on selling initially because I didn't know if those products were, if that production was compatible with the export to Earth sell point. So that's one of the things that I think I want to do. I went back and I set it to storing, so it'll have a little bit, and so we may end up with a little bit of it if I take it over there. It's going to be all day, isn't it? I'm gonna do this all day. I lower it, but I don't turn on the harvester. So okay, I got that. Let me see if I can get these two little insignificant parts over in the corner. Yes, I did. Okay. So I will take a cart over there, and probably the trailer that I pick up the honey on. I'll go and pick those up, and I'll try and. Okay, I made sure to turn the harvester on this time on purpose. So I'll take those products over to the export to Earth and see if they will sell there, and if they will, then I'll just keep that like that. And I've warned Megan about it. I've shown it to her and everything, and said it might possibly be something that I add to the honey, since she'll be, she can use the same tractor and trailer for that. Oh, look at that. Trying to take out my tractor and trailer that I just had redone. Okay. Oh. I was going to, when I was here, before I started this field, I was gonna, since that small field put so much in here, I figure I need to empty this before I set off on this field anyway. Yeah, every time I use this harvester, I do miss how fast the other harvester unloads. I have briefly considered the possibility of getting a second one of those harvesters, and I don't know, maybe keeping. I suppose I need to keep this one around. It's the original one that we started with, and so I suppose I really need to kind of keep it around to take care of of the domes. Anything that I plant in the domes, it's a little bit easier to maneuver inside those. So. Okay. Now you can get a close-up there of how many leaves are back on the trees. Okay, so we will try our little experiment here. I believe these did spawn in the back. Yes, they did. And while there are only a few of them, strap those down. Okay, and off to the export to Earth to see if these actually will export. Okay, I just got a notice that a worker had finished. I'm going to guess that since this is not quite as important as getting all that done, I'm going to run back over to where our big harvester is and get it transferred. Probably be working on this field next. Yep. Let's see, how full are you? 51%? I'll risk it. Only one more field after this one that hasn't been started, and it's the one over next to our equipment sheds and everything. So haven't quite decided what I'm going to put in all these fields now. I had an idea of I've got a lot of fields right now, or a lot of field area anyway, planted with sorghum, and I had a thought of, well, maybe I should plant more sorghum, and because it's a fast-growing crop, and sorghum is one of the things we're saving, so I need to go ahead and see if we can up the amount of that. But there are a lot of things that we're saving for the colony that I need to put in there. So, I've already got a lot of sorghum going. I could either do soybeans, I could do oats in there. I've already done. Okay. We'll get back to what we're doing now. We've already done corn in there, and before that we did sunflowers. So, and I do have some sunflowers already planted. So it's a bit of a question. What to plant. In some sense, I guess it really doesn't matter. I could plant more sorghum, and I could plant sorghum in it now. I could plant oats in it next, or soybeans in it next, or whatever. The amount of corn that we're going to have to plant after this is going to matter, how much corn do we get off of these fields we're harvesting now, and what is our total going to get up to. Oh, yeah, and that's what I was afraid of. Okay. Okay, so that was a failed experiment. That is not going to sell there. So that's definitely going to be putting that back on selling, and we're just going to have these three pallets. I think there's one of silverware, and oh yeah, well, I can look there. 2,000 liters of silverware and 2,000 liters, because it measures it in liters, I guess, of jewelry. I would have liked to have been able to find out what the how much I could have gotten for all that, but I mean, I could go ahead and put down to get rid of these. I could go ahead and put down like a sell everything or something like that. I really hate to do that, because it would be something that I would be putting down just for that, just to sell these, and then I would want to get rid of it. Let's see, what is it? We'll unload it here. Before I forget, we will go into this. Let's see. Where is our jewelry production? I'm going to do jewelry. I'm going to selling. Okay, that's taken care of. It doesn't have any materials to work with, so in a way that's good, because it didn't back up. We didn't it wasn't going to produce any more while I was running that experiment, so that is definitely a good thing. Let's see, helper F has a nearly full. Somebody has a full grain tank. Let's find out who that is. I have a feeling it's not this guy over here yet. Nope. All the way to the other diagonal corner of the farm here. Okay, wow. Okay, let's go down and find our other trailer, because our other harvester will be probably needing to be emptied before it finishes that field. It's so hard to say because it has such a ridiculous capacity on it, so, or it seems that way anyway. Yeah, judging by the fact that I haven't filled even one trailer yet, I'm expecting we are going to have to plant quite a bit of corn in the future, so we're still going to be lagging behind in that. Okay, and that is one full trailer. Okay. Okay, I think I'll leave this trailer about right here. And that way when that harvester finishes that field as I go by on my way to this next one, I'll be able to unload there. And in the meantime, one of these days I'll figure out that before I put these things away, I need to go ahead and fill them with fertilizer and seed, so I don't have to do that every time I pull them out. Oh, well, I guess I just made that decision. I forgot to switch this from the sorghum, so I guess we are going to be planting sorghum in all of these fields now. Well, that was an easy way to make a decision. Leave it to chance. Yeah, I know I checked the weather report before, but I can't remember when the rain is supposed to start. So I know I want to get as much done in this as possible. So at the very least, I want to get you to go ahead and get that going, and I at least want to get you to the point where we have finished our corn harvest, and I can give you an update on our final corn total. And everything else will be, just and I may not get it done before the rain and everything, but I am going to plant, I guess, all of these in sorghum. We'll get that growing again, and yeah, in theory it might be able to finish before it fills up anyway. But this will be done with this field pretty soon. I think it's slowing down because it detects being so close to those trees. Okay, so I have told you about son number 2 and Megan. Oh. Here I am trying to get ready to empty this one, and the other one is already ready. So I will let this guy, since it's so slow anyway. Where are you going? Okay, just dismiss the worker and just wait. I'll be back. So anyway, I told you about son number 2 and Megan and how they're doing, and how their Valentine's Day went. Son number 1 and Bella, those are some probably even bigger developments. My son had Bella over for dinner. He made her dinner again. Not exactly an unusual occurrence, I guess you'd say. She's over there quite a bit anyway. That night, apparently, the L word popped up between them as well. They have been, apparently kind of talking about this a little bit even before that, but with so many people coming in now, not necessarily farm people, but workers and construction people and administrative people and just people wanting to open businesses and things like that, housing is getting a little bit tight over in the administrative dome right now. And so, go ahead and unload this. It'll take all of about 3 seconds. Yep. Maybe a little more than 3, but it doesn't seem like much more. So anyway, housing is getting pretty tight over there and hard to come by. People are having to, people that don't have families and things are having to get roommates and everything. Bella actually got a roommate here a while back. I don't really know too much about them. My son probably knows more about it, but they have decided that Bella talked to the people in the dome there, and she asked if there would be any penalty if she was willing to give up her part of the apartment, leaving just her roommate there, and then opening a space basically for someone else to come in. And they said no, as long as she had somewhere to go and everything. So basically, she and my son have decided, and they've already done it since the beginning of this month. She is now moved into his house, and they are now living together. So, yay. Wow. Moving along, moving their relationship forward, and also helping out the colony, I guess, in some small way. I will also say that since then, I have not been personally contacted, but the message has been sent out to people with farms like mine, and asking if there is any space, if they would mind, putting out. We didn't quite finish, but basically, if we would mind lending some space, basically, for housing to be built on our farms for people that were not our families, and so I'm seriously thinking about that. The fact that I still have room upstairs, I keep calling it upstairs, but up on the upper level, I have room up there where I was kind of saving it to put the rest of the 10,000 trees for the challenge, but as you know, we reached, what was it, 7,604, and then ran into the end where we couldn't put any more in. And so I have some space left up there. So I'm thinking that maybe at the end of today that I might go up and send them a message and say, sure, hey, come on over and let's look and let's see. I don't want anybody. I'm not really interested in having anybody like stacked up right next to where I'm at or anything like that. But I figure people are going to want something a little bit closer around to where the spaceport is anyway. So okay, now there's that. And we'll drive over to the other field and see if we can help out in some small way on that. But yeah, I don't want them stacked up right with me, but I think there, it is a long distance around that rim up there. So, wow, if I can get control of my driving here. Do I even need to help? I'm not sure I do. Okay, so let's leave that out. So yeah, I think I'm gonna let them know. Come on over. Let's have a look at where, a few more houses might fit. I'm thinking individual houses. I don't know that they would want to build an entire, like apartment complex or anything like that. I don't know if there's that much room, but I guess there is technically, even on this lower level. I guess behind the domes, if anybody would want to be there. I don't know. I almost don't want to take that room up because, like I say, eventually I will be passing this farm on to someone, and I don't want to take any place that they may want to put fields. I guess so. That didn't take long. So I'm going to go ahead over. We've got 28,235 liters in this right now. I'm going to go this way because it's flatter. That green, maybe by next month that we won't see this brown in the trees anymore. Okay. Now, while that other harvester is finishing off that other field up there, I'm going to run this back over to where it actually belongs, or where I will still be using this trailer for harvests and things, but for in between those harvests and everything, most of the time this is the trailer I want to use to move stones and pay dirt and things like that. So let's come over here and see if we have enough already in the pay dirt to fill this trailer. Okay. Work my way around here, this side, and start filling pay dirt. Okay. Can I get a full trailer? It's looking like I might. Yes. Okay. Okay, we'll see if there's any more to transfer. Try and be sure not to run over these pallets back here. Whoa, and I'm going to anyway, probably. Nope, just missed them. Can we get a second load? It's looking like we will. Wow, there's more in this already than I thought. Okay, we'll see how much we can pull out of here. Wow, 3 full loads. Well, now I have to wonder how much what's the capacity of this production? Okay, well, I guess that's it. That answers that. It will not take 3 full loads. But that's that for right now, anyway. I imagine our harvester must be getting fairly close. Ah, and it is. Just as I run over here, I get the notification that the worker has finished, so wow, I left this trailer down further than I thought. And I wasn't even on the right line with it, so. Well, depending on how much this harvester has in it, we may fill this trailer again. Oh yeah, it's still got some in it, so Not much, but hey, you know, we got, what was that? I guess two full. Two full trailers, and then that other one that we put in that was what, like 62, 63%, something like that. So we'll offload this. Looks like our seeder is done here. So we'll have to set that going in another. It's not quite as important to me as I get to get the seeding done before the rain, but at least we got the harvest done. So because you definitely cannot do that in rain. Okay. Okay, I'll probably just go ahead and jump cut to after I've put this last bit. Since there's not much of it, I'll jump cut to putting the last bit of it in the silo, and then we'll get a total on that. Okay, so this is our total on corn. We have 282,196 liters. So we are just under 300,000 for that now. We just need a little bit of that. So we will obviously need to plant quite a bit of that again. I'll tell you, I think since I am, let's see, soybeans is the one. Soybeans and sunflowers are lagging behind, but I have soybeans and sunflowers. I know I've got sunflowers. I think I've still got some soybeans in the ground. So let's see, and sugar beet I've got growing. Yeah, so yeah, I think in all the ones that I had before today that were planted that are planted in sorghum, when those ripen and I harvest those, I think in all of those fields I have that in. I'm going to go ahead and do corn in those fields, and I'll see if I can up my corn a little bit too and get a little bit closer to our goal. Not too bad though. I mean, we are we're over 500,000 in our sugar beets. We're over in our over 250 in our corn, oat, and sorghum. Soybeans, sunflowers, like I say, you know, I've still got some of those in the ground. The sunflowers, the total of that's going to get added to here pretty soon. And we are in March, and remember, we are in year 2. So we are very close to finishing out our animals. We finished out our bees. We finished out our trees. And now, I mean, we're in the home stretch on the animals and everything. So the crops are really the only thing we've still got. And we are moving right along. And I think before year 2 is out, we'll probably have our sugar beet done. And with all this sorghum we're planting, who knows where we'll get with that. We may top 400,000 with the sorghum after we harvest all these fields. At least that's my hope anyway. But anyway, I'm gonna cut it off here because the rain is gonna start pretty soon. And I want to thank all of you for watching. If you could help me out, go down below, hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and ring the bell to get notifications for when I post new videos. Sorry it's been so long since I posted. I am on the mend right now, so I will try and post more videos in the future, back on a little bit more of a regular schedule. And I will see you all next time. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.